Our BBB is always looking to provide tips for safe, trustworthy marketplace transactions. Susan Boland is back to share her guidance for filing complaints when those transactions are not positive. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning.
Well, kind of help us to understand what are some ways that the BBB is helping people when they have a problem in the marketplace.
Right. So when complaints come up, your BBB can handle most complaints dealing with interactions with businesses or charities. Primarily, these typically involve the purchase of products or services, but they may also include things like customer service or billing issues, so long as the customer has a desired resolution that can make the situation right. The types of resolutions that we have requested on these types of, the complaints that come through may include things like repairs, replacements, refunds, or corrections to accounts. We just need to be able to provide that information to the business, offering them the opportunity to respond and to help take some form of action to help you with your concern.
Well, Susan, are there complaints or types of complaints the BBB does not handle?
Yes. So a few examples might be if you were to have a situation occur where you had a concern, but you simply wanted to share your experience with us. You didn't really want the business to necessarily do something. We would ask you to submit a review to us instead of a complaint. We will still share that information with the business, but we're just not asking them to take a specific type of action. We also were unable to take complaints where legal services are involved. There are allegations of professional or medical misconduct, government organizations, or labor concerns. And there are a few other circumstances in there too, but those kind of in general will help. And then finally, if you're wanting to share information on what you believe has been a scam, we have a special place for that as well. And so we would ask you to go to bbb.org/scam tracker in that instance and provide that information, which helps us with scam studies, sharing information with fraud fighting partners, and providing education out in the community.
Well, is it difficult to file a complaint with the BBB?
No, it's actually very, very simple. So consumers can go to bbb.org, and on our page about a third of the way down, there is a prominent blue button that says file a complaint. And in fact, if you decide you wanted to submit a review, the review button is right there too. So when you click on that file a complaint button, it's going to prompt you for 4 pieces of information. Basically, your contact information so we can stay in touch, the business's information so we can file your complaint. We'll ask you the situation that occurred and what you feel the business could do to make the situation right. And with that, we'll send that information on to the business and ask them to respond within 14 days. If we receive a response, we're going to make sure and notify you, and you'll have the opportunity to reply. If we don't hear back from the business, we'll let you know that too after we try to contact them a couple of times. Sometimes we will come back to you and ask for a second reply, either for the business or the consumer. But in general, filed complaints are usually closed within 30 days. As a final note, it's a free process and can be very helpful in furthering communication. So we hope you'll consider it if you need some help.
Susan, again, remind us where we can go to file that complaint with the BBB.
Yes, again, it's bbb.org. Look for the blue button that says file a complaint. And if you don't have internet access, you can always stop by our office and we have a complaint form you can use, or you can simply write that information out and submit it to our office. If you have any additional questions or concerns, you can also give our office a call at 812-473-0202.
As always, great information. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
More Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.